This winter has been a really harsh one, man. I haven't been able to ride that much at all, guys. And I've been thinking, you know, in the future, I'm gonna be making a move, man. I'm gonna have to ditch Ohio.
Let's go for a ride. You are watching CycleCruza's all-in-one motorcycle channel. Subscribe today.
I love Ohio, don't get me wrong. This is where I was born and raised, and this will always be home to me. But it's time to make a move. It probably won't be anytime soon because I'm taking care of a relative, but if the situation changes at all, God forbid something happens to my relative, which I hope she lives for a long time. But I got to thinking, you know, I have to think about my future. Where am I gonna go? You know, what you know, I thought about it, and I'm thinking, man, you know, there's no way I could stay here in Ohio. You know, first off, it'd be really tough, you know, without that relative. It would just be so different, not having her here. And oh man, it would completely change my life, you know, if something happens to her. But if it does, I'm probably gonna ditch Ohio, man, because I want to ride year round. And also I want to be able to be a lot closer to a racetrack. That's one of the reasons why I haven't been to a racetrack, just because I do not live that close to a racetrack, man. Like the closest one is the Ohio track down in, was it in Columbus or Mansfield or whatever, which is a good probably hour and a half, 2 hours for me. I mean, it's not a hop, skip, and a jump. And of course you have the pit racetrack, which is in Pennsylvania. It's about a couple hours away. So I mean, these aren't places that are that close to me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have that much time anyhow for me to spend 4 hours on the highway. You know, that's just crazy. That's basically gonna be, I'd have to take a whole day off in order to hit the track. It'd be dedicated to the track, but to spend 4 hours on the highway, that's crazy, man. So I'm thinking the #1 state that I want to move to in the future is high up on my list is North Carolina, near the Rocky Mountain, not the Rocky Mountains, excuse me, the Smoky Mountains. I used to live near the Rocky Mountains in Colorado, which I absolutely love, but that's not an ideal location for motorcycle riders because the weather is just so crazy. You get really nice days in the winter out there too, like here in Ohio, but man, it can change in a second. You can go to being like 70 degrees and then a snowstorm hits. When I was out in Cripple Creek one time, I stayed at a bed and breakfast, and when I woke up in the morning in July, it was like 4 inches of snow on the ground. It was crazy. And then by noon it was 80 degrees and it was all cleared up. It's just the weather is so wacky in Colorado that I can't see myself living there again. Not as a you know, riding motorcycles. When I lived there, I didn't ride motorcycles back then. So I'm thinking North Carolina's hot, man, because, you know, I want to be close to trails and also a track. So I don't know if you guys can throw out some ideal locations that's not far from a track and trails out in North Carolina. I think there's a ton of trails, I'm sure, out in North Carolina. The motocross track and everything else, man. And of course they have the Deals Gap out there, Tail of the Dragon. Let me see what's going on here. And I just think that's an ideal state, and the weather is fairly mild in the wintertime, especially compared to here in Ohio. Although they can get some ice storms and a little bit of snow here and there sometimes, but many more riding days in the winter there than here in Ohio, I'll tell you that. But I don't know if you guys can throw out some other locations maybe that I can think about moving to. Definitely not California, too many taxes. I'll tell you that, Jack. I'm not going to California. Forget that, man. And the traffic is absolutely horrid in California. I had a relative that lived out there. Check it out. Got some Lake Erie action going on here, guys. Look at that. I tell you guys that this is the worst water to swim in. I tell you, you got hypodermic needles in there. You got old tires, people's doo-doo draws in there. I'll tell you, man, when I was a kid, I swam in that water, and I'll tell you, and you get a mouthful of that water, man, you will be sick. This is not an ideal body of water to swim in, I'll tell you that, guys. Hey, we got some motorcycle riders out here. Nice. But anyways, yeah, put some locations in the comment section. Maybe some other hot places. Definitely not Florida. I live there, man. I can't stand the heat out there, and they don't have too many good motorcycle roads out there. I mean, they got some tracks out there. Trails, I don't know about trails out in Florida. I don't know if I want to go in the woods. That's almost like suicide, going in the woods in Florida. Got all them pythons out there now that are overrunning the Everglades. And traffic is absolutely horrid out there. I hated Florida, living in Florida. I like to go visit. My mom, you know, my family lives out there. Mom and sister live out there, but man, I hated living out there. Air condition breakdown, boy. Woo! Absolutely can't sleep because it's so horribly hot and humid. If you don't have air conditioning, you live in air conditioning. I don't know. So what are some other places? I don't know, man. Tennessee or something, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. You tell me, guys. I just see North Carolina being probably the #1 place. I can't see any other place better than North Carolina for a motorcycle rider, especially near the Smoky Mountains. But anyways, guys, I do these videos to incite community discussion, so we can all come up with some great ideas, which is an excellent place to live for a motorcycle enthusiast like myself, who loves twisties, who loves riding in dirt, who wants to ride at the track, who basically wants to do it all. So what is an excellent place for CycleCruza to move to? Please leave a comment below. But for those of you that want to get my motorcycle gear, you know, my motorcycle helmet, my gloves, my boots, all of my gear, I always include links in the description and comment section of my videos, or go to my website at CycleCruza.com and click on the menu tab My Gear, and those are a bunch of current links to all of my gear, cameras, tools, stands, everything. And if you want to see more of my videos, click on the menu tab My Videos, and those are a bunch of playlists with all of my over 1,000 plus videos categorized into those playlists to make it easier for you to navigate through my videos. So hopefully you can find something that will inform you or entertain you. Hey, hit thumbs up if you like this video. Share this video with your friends. I want some feedback, guys. And but hey, go ahead and subscribe to my All-in-One Motorcycle channel. And don't forget to check out my other channel
that showcases a van that I customize for cheap, that allows me to live in my van with my motorcycle anywhere, and has a ton of cool mods. And that channel has everything from build videos, trip videos, anything and everything Bug Out Moto. As a courtesy, I included 2 video playlists, one for new riders, and those are all of the videos I've done over the years that I feel are helpful for new riders, and also my popular videos playlist. Hey, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. Take care.